Hello again, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Watch Party Wednesday. I'm Lee Gordon, coming to you live from Chicago, home of Brunswick, where we are thrilled to welcome our incredible Freedom Boat Club owners and members from all over the world. And for tonight's Freedom Fleet Spotlight Special, we're here with the one and only Barry Slade, Vice President of Fleet for Freedom Boat Club, and we're very excited to be joined by the President of Sea Ray, Steve Langlais, who will be providing an exclusive overview of the new model year Sea Rays entering our Freedom Fleet this season. Steve, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me, Barry and Lee. It's great to be here.
Oh, it's great to see you. I haven't seen you in person in quite some time. And Steve, you and I have been on boats together in the past. I asked this question. I don't remember that we've ever, rocked out to music, but I know, with our Freedom Social Club, we've got a whole series of Taste of Freedom tunes playlists on Spotify. What's your number one song to rock out in the water when you're on the Sea Ray?
That's a great question. I will say, Lee, to be completely honest, I don't have the control of the stereo system in the boat.
Well played.
And I don't know if it's like that in your family, but my wife and the kids, they take control. But I was listening to the Freedom playlist, and honestly, the 80s playlist and the Rock Your Boat playlist are the ones that are really in my taste. So I would say it's either U2 with Don't Stop Believin', or Journey with Don't Stop Believin', or U2 with Beautiful Day. Would be
I want to be on your boat, Steve.
I was going to say the three of us need to go boating, because I get like Nick Jonas, or not that they're bad, they're great singers, but I like your playlist much better. So Steve, you've got a long and storied history, background in mechanical engineering. You got your start at BRP, driving innovation across their recreational products in snow and water, asphalt, even in the air. And since then, it looks like the on-water career path really has inspired you the most. You're president of not one, but four of our Brunswick brands, working your way through Princecraft and Harris, Cypress K, all the way to Sea Ray, where you're now leading the helm for the past couple of years. Can you walk us through what inspired you to pursue a career in the marine industry, what it means to be president of such an iconic brand, and how many other brands do you want to be president of at this point?
Well, that's a good one. I'll say that I'm very happy at Sea Ray, and I feel blessed to be at the helm of Sea Ray. But what brought me here is I've been always a product guy. I'm passionate about product, and when I was young, I grew up. My father was a mechanic, and our house was attached to the garage. So as long as I recall, I've been playing and working in the garage with him, and always loved everything that's mechanical. So power sports and boating has been part of my life always. And we grew up in the summer at the cottage on the lake. So I've always been playing in the water, and I'm a boat owner since more than 20 years. So for me, it's kind of the dream career, to combine passion and to have the chance to be at the helm of Sea Ray. And I can tell you that it means a lot to me to be in that position. I take that responsibility very, very seriously. And I'm making sure with my team that every family that steps on the Sea Ray is fully satisfied. And in fact, build great memories, such as the one that I've built over the last 20 years with mine on a boat. So.
No, and it's so cool. We've got a Sea Ray. I can't wait to get it out. Actually, today is decent boating weather here in Chicago, although tomorrow may not be. But, it would have been nice to have it today. And Barry, I know you're a big Sea Ray fan. You've got history there, serving as brand director of international operations, global brand management for 4 years. So with your firsthand experience and love for the brand, in your opinion, what makes Sea Ray boats such a perfect fit for our Freedom Fleet?
Yeah, Lee, I was thinking about this earlier, and over my 30-some years of boating, I've probably been at the helm of a Sea Ray boat more than any other brand. So yes, I have great fondness for Sea Ray, the brand itself, the people, the products. What makes Sea Ray such a great fit for our fleets? Well, first of all, it's a Sea Ray. I mean, the brand is so well known in boating circles. It's so iconic. And the brand equity is really a magnet for our franchisees and our members. Our members talk about how, they appreciate the quality of the boats, the craftsmanship, the innovation, which I know Steve and his team are all over and, trying to push the limits on. The SPO Outboard series has been extremely successful with our franchisees for that reason. It's also been interesting to see how prospects react when they learn that we have Sea Rays in the fleets. It makes the membership sale that much easier, knowing that that kind of a product and brand is represented in our fleet. So we're excited as we get more and more Sea Ray models into the Freedom fleets. Hey, so Steve, following this interview, we're going to be sharing a video with our members about how Sea Ray is enriching lives one boat at a time, along with a series of product walkthrough videos, which I just love, featuring you guys, your SDX 250, the models I just mentioned, the SPX 230 and the 210. But quickly before those, walk us through what our members should be most excited about with these new models this season.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Barry. In fact, there's a lot to be excited about those models. And if I talk quickly about the SDX 250, I think that to me, this boat represents the best family boat in the segment because it offers plenty of space. And just if you start from the aft and you look at the submersible swim platform, I can tell you that with my wife, the kids, and the dog, I cannot count the number of hours we spend on that platform, playing in the water and getting in the boat. And the aft section with the convertible sun pad and the aft seat is also very huge and very nice for spending good family time. And this boat has a unique layout as well with the port side walkthrough with a large head for a 25-footer, which is not common, and even a place for the kids to get in this area and rest. So it's a great all-around boat for the family. And if we think about the STX 230 and 210, or we call them the SPO because they're outboard powered, a lot of people might think that the president of Sea Ray spends most of its time on the big Sea Rays, but I can tell you that most of our time we spend on the water on the SPO 210 and 230, and we really love those boats because they're great all-around boats. The outboard power of those boats makes them, super nice. The drive is excellent, and the big sun pad with all of the big compartment that you have there at the half make it so there's a lot of place to put all of your toys with the inflatable tubes and all of those things. So it's I think when you look at the color scheme and the boat themselves, you just fall in love with them.
There's no question, Steve. As the largest boat club in the world, Freedom certainly has become the #1 social club for boaters. And we all know Sea Ray owners are quite the social group as well. So post-COVID, what types of owner events and activities are you looking forward to getting back into the most?
Well, what I'm looking back at doing the most is to get back on water events. This is what I love the most. Be with the franchisees. I was thinking about the Freedom Franchise Conference that I attended a little more than a year ago in Sarasota. That was awesome. And when we go to boat shows such as Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or Cannes, and have the chance to talk with customers and people that share that same passion and energy, that's what I'm looking at doing again.
So I got a tough one for you now, and it's the one we have to ask everybody, and I know you thought about it, but the final question, the most important, in one word, what does Sea Ray mean to you?
I will say, I will repeat myself probably, but the one word is passion. Sea Ray, to me, it's all about that. I mean, it started with the passion of C and Ray, our founder, and then now when we look at our plant, more than 20% of our employees have 25 years of boat building experience at Sea Ray, and we have a passionate group of solid boat builders, and I would say the best one in the industry. We have a owners community that is probably the biggest in the boat industry of passionate customers, and I feel that all of those people share the same passion as I have. So that would be my word.
Good word, and I get it. I can't wait to get back out on there, you guys. Steve and Barry, I can't thank you enough for joining us on our Freedom Social Watch Party Wednesday. Members, stay tuned for next week as we continue to cheers to freedom, family, and fun in 2021.
The time we spend on the water is a different kind of time. It bends the rules. It flows more freely. It feels more vast, more important. Maybe that's because it's time spent doing the things we love with the people we love. It's a time without compromises, because compromises are for land. A time you feel exhilarated, even when you're anchored. A time when the middle of nowhere is nowhere else you'd rather be. At Sea Ray, we know how to make the most of this time. From the touches of fine craftsmanship that help you lose touch with reality, to innovations that make your experiences more effortless. to service that keeps you out there living in the moment. We know that richer moments on the water lead to a richer life. That's why everything we do is designed to make each moment exceptional. Sea Ray, every moment perfectly crafted. Sea Ray, every moment perfectly crafted.
Welcome to the SDX 250 Stern Drive walkthrough. Before I get started on the entire walkthrough, let's talk a little bit about the gel schemes for model year 21 because they're new. So this one has a 3-zone gel scheme on it. Has a white bottom, a zone 2 Sea Ray blue, and then a zone 3 in white. Then you can also get it with their new colors, Kingfisher Teal or Neo Mint Green. Now, if you notice, I'm standing on sea deck. So we have two options for sea deck on this boat. We have a brown and a gray. And then this boat also has the submersible swim step. So this folds down into the water, really nice for the kids, the dog, to get in and out of the boat, makes life very simple. We also have a 4-step ladder located on the starboard side in case you want to use it. The other really nice feature about this boat is we have a storage area right here. So if you have a ski, a wakeboard, a float, whatever, you can take it, drop it right in here, and you're not dragging it through your boat. You'll also notice that you have USB and a 12-volt back here, so you're not having to drag your tubes or whatever through the boat to pump them up. Then you also have a USB, so you can plug in, charge your phone, and then you have a LED cup holder. Now let's go and take a look at the rest of the boat. So here we are at the transom walkthrough of this boat, and a couple of things I want to point out that's really nice. So we have a transom trim switch here, so if this boat's on a trailer, you can trim the drive up and down from right here instead of having to climb in the boat. The other thing we have is a cooler storage right here at the back of the boat, so the folks that are in the back don't have to climb through the boat to get their beverage. We also have the Premier Audio, which you can see here with the Fusion Signature Series speaker and the Fusion transom remote. The other nice feature that's back here is the transom shower. Really nice for washing off the dog or the kids as they come in from the lake or the ocean. The other nice thing is you have a USB here, cup holder, and then you have a convertible backrest on this boat, so you can make a nice sun pad where you're facing the water, so anyone who's in the water, you can interact with them nicely. The other nice feature here is if you have dogs or kids, is the transom door. So when you're underway, this is going to be back. You're going to have the door blocked off. No one can go in or out. Then as you make your way in, you have a nice storage door right here, which is really great for your dock lines and your shoes. So the other really nice thing about this boat is the battery switch is located right here with some breakers all right here as you're coming on and off the boat. So if you're putting your cover on or you're taking your cover off to start your day, battery switch is right there, so everything will be powered up by the time you get to the dash. So now let's take a look at the rest of the cockpit. So here we are in the cockpit of the SDX 250 Stern Drive. First thing I want you to notice is how much head clearance I have with this new tower. So for model year 21, we developed a new tower with cam style latches. We've got insert panels which match your zone 2, your full hull or your hull side. And then you can mount speakers up here if you need to, and you also have a nice location to mount your board racks if you want to put board racks on it. If you're not into a tower or you don't want black, you can get a white tower, or you could get a bimini, or you could get no overhead structure whatsoever. The other options that we have in this cockpit are the stone upholstery. You can see here we have medium gray stone upholstery with a medium gray accent, or you can do ivory, or you can do dune. The ivory and dune both come with an espresso accent, so all your panels here are going to be an espresso brown. The other really nice thing about the upholstery on the SDX lineup is the honeycomb contrast stitching that we have in the insert panels of the boat. And then lastly, we have 4 different flooring options for this boat. You can get no flooring, or you can do snap-in carpet like I'm standing on now. You can get that in either brown or gray. You can do snap-in SeaDeck, or you can do snap-in Infinity. Both of those are available in brown or gray. So now that we've covered the flooring, let's talk about the convertibility of the seating in this boat. We already showed you the transom where you can take the aft seat and flip it forward and have a nice recliner that faces aft. Now, the same thing happens with the port and the starboard seat. So you can do the same thing with the loungers here in the cockpit. It gives you a nice social area as you're on the water during the day. So we've covered the convertibility of this boat. Now I want to talk a little bit about the storage that's here in the cockpit. First and foremost, we have on the starboard side a dedicated cooler storage. You can see that you also have your blue LED accent lighting that's located there. On the starboard side, you have a nice deep storage where you can actually store your table leg and other items. And then we have the in-floor storage. Again, double A-side finish. You got a gasket and a drain here for it. And you can also see that the teak table for the cockpit is stowed away here. The table mount is located right there on the wall. And then you also have your battery charger located right there as well. So now let's make our way to the helm. So here we are at the helm of the SDX 250 stern drive, and there's something really unique about the SDX 250 line. So in the outboard and the stern drive version, we also have a nice size head that can also be used as a storage area. This one actually has the head upgrade, which includes the port light, and it also includes the cushions to fill it in. It has a pump out head. You could have a cushion here that's mounted to the wall right now that will actually fold down. It's kind of like a Murphy bed. Really nice to extend your day on the water. Gives the kids a good place to hide out during the day if you have small ones, so they can hide and stay out of the sun for a little while. Now we're going to make our way to the dash. You can see that we have the Apollo 770, as I mentioned, at the transom. This boat is equipped with the Signature series speakers and the Premier Audio upgrade. So what this does is it gives you 4-zone control, Wi-Fi, and Apple AirPlay. So we've covered the audio on this boat, so now let's talk about the dash. So the dash itself has 3 options. You can do gauges, you can do a 9-inch Simrad, or you can do the 12-inch Simrad, which is shown here. You can see that we have the Mercury page up. So this boat, when you get the 9 or the 12-inch Simrad, is automatically connected to the engine. So all your engine information populates here. And you can control your active trim, smart tow options, and all that right from this Simrad. Now as we move down the dash, you can see we have all your lighting right here. So you have your accent, your anchor light, and your running lights. And on this side, you have your water pump and your bilge blower and whatnot. And then you have your 12-volt and your fusion connection. Down below, you have your override switch for your platform. Should something happen, you can override that as a safety precaution. Now let's make our way to the bow. So here we are in the bow of the SDX 250 stern drive, and the SDX 250 is unique in the SDX lineup because it has a port side walkthrough, which is really nice. What that allows you to do is walk up into this area, put a bow insert up here, and you have a nice sun pad in the bow of your boat. The other nice thing about the SDX 250 is you have the honeycomb accent stitching all through the bow and all throughout the boat. Signature audio up here. You've got your USB charger, 2 cup holders located there, and then a dedicated cooler for the bow. In addition to that, we have the bow anchor locker, which also has a bow boarding ladder. And then you have your bow washdown system, so when you throw your ladder in the water and somebody's coming back on the boat, they can hose their feet off, or if your anchor's in the water, you can wash it down. And again, just like all the rest of the Sea Rays that we do, we have a nice latch here for the windshield to hold it in place while it's underway. Again, stainless steel, very nice. Let's go to the transom of this boat and conclude this walkthrough. That concludes our SDX 250 stern drive walkthrough. But before I go, I want to talk about a few other things. First, I want to talk about this engine in this boat. It is a 6.2, 300 horsepower. At wide open throttle, it's going to be about 44 to 46 miles per hour. And then new for model year 21, we have 2 option packages, the Elite and Elite Plus. So what's included in the Elite package? First, you're going to get fender clips. Then you're going to get SeaDeck on the swim platform. You're going to get your submersible swim step. You'll also get the LED lighting package, water sports tower, and a 9-inch Simrad. Then we have the Elite Plus package. So what's in it? Well, the Elite Plus package includes all the content from the Elite package plus some other options. So you're going to get your Premier audio, through-hole underwater LED lights, bow filler cushions, teak table, head interior upgrade, and you're also going to get a 12-inch Simrad versus a 9-inch Simrad. So if there's any other questions, you can always visit us at searay.com, or if you just want to build your own boat, you can go to searay.com. Thank you for joining us today.
Sea Ray. Every moment perfectly crafted. Sea Ray. Every moment perfectly crafted.
Welcome to the SPX 230 outboard walkthrough. But before I get started on the walkthrough, let's talk a little bit about the new gel schemes for model year 21. This particular boat has our 3-zone gel scheme with a zone 1 quantum blue, a zone 2 white, and a zone 3 quantum blue. You can still get your hull side and full hull, which will allow you to get your graphics packages with those two, or you can go with the new 3-zone, which will not allow you to have a graphics package. Now let's take a look at the rest of this boat. Now we're at the transom of the SPX 230 outboard, and I want to talk about a couple of features that are back here. First is the sea deck that I'm standing on. It's available in brown and gray. Then we have the ski tow, which is really good for water sports, you know, your skiing and your kneeboarding. And you can do this with your 200 outboard that's here that'll do about 40 to 42 miles per hour at wide open throttle. Then we have a very nice 4-step boarding ladder that's right here. You know, that 4th step is always very beneficial for people getting in and out of the water. And then we have a nice stainless steel grab handle as you're coming into the boat to help pull you up that extra last step. Then when people are in the water playing around, we have a nice sun pad area here that will give you a backrest. So the kids are out playing in the water, you're waiting to get ready to go. You've got a nice backrest here to sit here and watch what's going on in the water. So now we're making our way into the boat. We're here in the walkthrough. A couple of things I want to point out before we get into the cockpit. So right here is the optional battery charger. You can pull that out. So it's right here at your stern, and then it plugs up nice and neat. The other thing is the storage door right here that gives you access to your dual batteries, which we have on this boat, and a nice little storage compartment in front of it. You also have your flag holder, and then you have a transom door. So to keep the kids or pets in the boat while you're underway. Additionally, we have another storage compartment as you make your way into the boat. Right here, and this is probably one of my favorite compartments. This is a great place to put shoes. When everybody comes on the boat, they can drop their shoes, or you can drop dock lines in here, and you're ready to go about your day, and you don't have stuff laying in the floor of your boat. You've got 2 cup holders that are right here, and then your battery switch on your outboard wall, and it's on the aft side. So this has the dual batteries on it, so you got a 2-position switch, or you can do both at one time. Now let's take a look at the rest of the cockpit. So here we are standing in the SPX 230 outboard cockpit, and I'm standing under the tower. You can see I've got plenty of headroom. This is really great for water sports, you know, your wakeboarding and things like that. And then you can also get it with a bimini, or you can get it with no overhead structure. The other thing that's in this boat is the stone interior, and you can see that we have the nice stone vinyl here with the black accents on the side, and then we have our accent panels, which are blockchain. So really nice update for model year 21. You can also get this in ivory with black, or you can get it with dune and black. Same accents, the blockchain accents, your black is gonna be here, your vinyl would just change out in this area. Additionally, I'm standing on snap-in sea deck. We offer 3 flooring options for this boat. You have snap-in carpet, infinity, and snap-in sea deck, which I'm on, and you can get those in brown and gray. Now let's go on and look at the rest of the features of this boat. All right, so now we're on the port side of the SPX 230, so let's talk a little bit about storage. So you got this nice bench seat here that has tons of storage under it. You've got your cup holder down here, which is actually backlit with blue LED lighting. You have your port side bucket seat option versus a bench option. So if you don't order the bucket seat, you have a back-to-back backrest that flips back and forth. One of the nice features about our SPXs is they always come with a bolster. Anytime you have a Helm seat, you're always going to have a bolster. One of the things that really is a game changer on this boat is the head on the port side. So you have a pump out head that's an option on this boat as well. So now we'll go and we'll take a look at the in-floor storage on this boat. Again, we have our cam style latches. So you just come here, turn it like so. Take this one, turn it as well. That keeps the boat from rattling while it's underway. So you can see here, we've got a nice latch that goes there. Got your A-side finish here. It's gas assisted, so you're not trying to hold it up while you're out on the water and the boat's moving around. Really great features here for an in-floor storage. Now let's talk about the rest of the cockpit. So here we are on the starboard side of this SPX 230 outboard. You can see you got a nice cooler storage here. You've got a nice cup holder that's backlit here. You've got your Premier Audio speaker and your Premier Audio sub. Stainless steel grab handle there. Corner storage here in the back. So a nice little storage area for you. You can also see that we have our table mount right there. Then your cooler storage right here in the back under your L-shaped seating. One of the other nice features too is with an outboard is you get a ton of storage. So this is really good to put your water toys in. If you wanted to put some chairs in there for your island or beach to go out on, and you have dedicated table storage back here as well. Then also if your water toys are back here and you're pulling them out and you want to go get in the water, we put a 12 volt back here so you can plug in your pump, blow them up, throw them in the water, and you're ready to go. Now let's take a look at the helm. So here we are at the helm of the SPX 230 outboard. One of the things I wanted to point out before we get started on the helm contents is the flip up bolster that we talked about when you get a bucket seat. That's standard, it's not an optional feature, it comes with every SPX that we make. So starting with the dash. Your base dash is 3 gauges, a tack, a speedometer, and a multifunction gauge. Then you can upgrade to a digital depth gauge, which is located right here in the corner, or you can upgrade to the Simrad. So we have 2 different Simrad offerings. We have a 5-inch, which locates in the middle, with a tachometer over here and a multifunction gauge over here, or you can do the 9-inch Simrad, which you see here, which gives you all your information, your mercury, charts, and depth and water temperature and all that. You have an SRX 400 from Fusion that powers this Premier Audio system that's in this boat. You have a 5-channel amp that powers all that. Then you have the upgraded black polished steering wheel, and you have your black accent visor up here at the top. Now let's go take a look at the bow. So here we are in the bow of the SPX 230 outboard, and I wanted to show you the storage that's up here. So you have this on both the port and starboard side, so I'll pull that out of the way. I've got a nice little storage compartment there with a track around it that drains. I have my courtesy light down here, my LED blue lighting. I have a cup holder with LED blue lighting in it. We have our black with contrast stitching accent panels, Premier Audio speaker up here, stainless steel grab handle. And then you have your accent panel with the blockchain accents here with the black stitching and the black logo. A couple of more things before we leave the bow. We've got a nice in-floor storage up here. Again, cam style latch to keep it from rattling. Double side finish, gas assist, so you're not trying to hold it open while you're putting stuff in and out of it, and then you just lock that down. We have a table holder over here on the port side. And then one last thing before we leave this boat. One of the nice features is when you're underway is being able to lock your windshield into place. That's standard on all Sea Rays, so it's locked in there. It's not gonna go anywhere, it's not resting on your windshield. Now let's go and finish this up. So that concludes our walkthrough of the SPX 230 outboard. But before I go, I wanted to talk about a couple of new packages that we offer for model year 21. On this boat, you can get the Elite and Elite Plus packages. The Elite package is what we see go out most of the time on these boats. And there's a few options that are included, particularly on this boat, because it has a lot of standard features that we've already talked about. But you would get a bimini with that. You would get the sea deck on the swim platform, whether it's brown or gray. And then you would get your LED lighting package, and you can get that in either blue or white. This boat just happens to have blue. So the Elite Plus package includes your Elite package content plus a few more. So you get the Premier audio, you get the tower that you see behind me, you get a 9-inch Simrad, which has your engine data and all that right there in front of you, and then you also get your bow filler cushions. Thank you for joining us today, and look forward to speaking to you next time.
Sea Ray, every moment perfectly crafted. Sea Ray, every moment perfectly crafted.
Welcome to the SPX 210 outboard walkthrough. Before I start on the walkthrough, let's talk about the gel scheme on this boat. We have a Lagoon Blue 3-zone setup. So you've got a Zone 1 in Lagoon Blue, Zone 2 in white, and Zone 3 in Lagoon Blue. Your hull sides are still available, so you can order any color you want in a hull side, and you can also do your full hulls. With a hull side and a full hull, you can also get your graphics packages. Not available with a 3-zone. The other thing that we've added for model year 21 is the Neo Mint Green color. So you can do Neo Mint Green, or you can do the colors that we've had before and the Lagoon Blue. Now let's take a look at the rest of the transom. So now we're talking about the transom of the SPX 210 outboard. First, I want to point out the 150 horsepower Mercury. At wide open throttle, you're looking at about 46 to 48 miles per hour. Then we have the sea deck that's actually on the swim platform here. So you can actually get this in gray, which I'm standing on, or you can get it in brown, depending on what you want to match the upholstery package that you're buying. Then behind me is the ski tow. So you can actually pull knee boarders and skiers with this. In addition to that, we have a very nice boarding ladder on the port side, and you drop that down and it's a 4-step ladder. So it makes it nice and easy to get in and out of the water. And then just to give you that little bit of extra help, we have a pull right here to help you pull yourself up into the boat. The other additional option that we have here at the transom is a 12-volt outlet. That outlet allows you to fill up any water toys, throw them directly in the water, and you're not having to drag a pump or cords or anything through the boat. Last but not least is the sun pad prop here that sits up so the kids, the dogs, whoever's in the water playing, you can sit here and relax and watch them play. Now let's go and take a look at the cockpit. So before we make our way into the cockpit of this SPX, let's take a look at what's right here in the storage area. So we have dual batteries in this boat, so this has a dual battery option. And then we have a battery switch on the inside wall. That's standard for model year 21 with a single battery. Then when you order the dual battery option, it gets upgraded to a dual battery. So we'll shut that storage compartment where your batteries are located, and you can store some extra things. Then we have the transom walk-through door, great for keeping the kids and pets in the boat. As you make your way through, you can see that the sea deck comes all the way down to the cockpit. And then there's this really great storage door here, right as in the walkway. So this is great for storing dock lines and shoes when you're going out on the water for the day. The other thing that you have as you make your way in is you have plenty of cup holders right here next to your seats. So let's take a look at the rest of the cockpit. So here we are in the cockpit of the SPX 210 outboard. So I'm standing underneath the bimini top here. You can also get it with an optional water sports tower, or you can get it with no overhead coverage. But you can see this bimini does a really nice job of shading the entire cockpit during the hot of the day. Then let's make our way to the port side. So this boat is equipped with a stone upholstery. And what we've done for model year 21 is we've actually added black accents versus the medium gray with the stone package in 20. And with the ivory and dune, we had espresso. So we've updated those to black as well. So as I lift this up, you'll see that you have a nice storage area right here behind the bucket seat. So this boat is equipped with the dual buckets. There's also a flip-flop seat that can be ordered for the starboard or the port side of this boat. This bucket has the accent vinyl here, and it comes standard with a bolster. We also have the premier audio system on this boat with the Fusion speakers. You have in-floor storage, which I'll show you. So you can see you have a nice storage area in the floor of this boat. Now I'm standing on the optional Infinity. So this Infinity is in gray. You can also get it in brown, but you also have two other flooring options. You can get it in carpet, snap-in carpet, or you can do a snap-in sea deck. Both of those can be brown or gray. So now let's make our way to the helm. So here we are at the helm of the SPX 210 Outboard. So the first thing I want to point out is we talked about the black accent. So the visor used to be a medium gray. We've now changed that to black. We also have an acrylic panel here with 3 gauges in it. So you have your multifunction gauge, your speedometer, and your tachometer. This has the optional depth gauge, which is located right here. You have your elm burl gray accent panels here at the dash that ties in nicely with the black and the black acrylic. And then we have a black steering wheel with the Sea Ray logo located in the middle. And then as we talked about earlier, you have a slide and swivel on your bucket seat. So you can see this turns, thigh rise goes up and down, and you've got your accents here. And then when we make our way around, we'll show you what the accent panels look like in the back of the seat. So let's take a look at the starboard side of this cockpit. So here we are on the starboard side of the boat. One of the first things I wanted to point out is the upholstery here in the seat. We talked about it just a second ago. So you have the blockchain stitching with the black Sea Ray logo and the accent that runs down the side. We also have the Premier Audio subwoofer right here, which is powered by a 5-channel amp. And then we have another Signature Series speaker right here. Now, on the starboard side, you have your cooler storage, which is located nice and neatly right there, so you can access it easily with the boat. It's on a hinge cushion, so you don't have to move it around the boat. Then you have storage back here in the L-shaped cushion. So you have a nice little storage compartment right there. And then on this boat, this one's actually ordered with a live well. So we have a live well here in the back of the boat. Now, one of the other really nice things about the outboards is the ability to store a lot of stuff during your day. So if you look, you can put chairs, your tubes, inflatables, whatever you need to for your day right here. And then you still have more storage over here on this side. So it's a really great boat with a ton of storage. So let's make our way to the bow. So as we're making our way to the bow of this boat, one of the things I wanted to point out was the nice storage compartment that's under the port side helm. So you can see it's nice and deep, plenty of storage right there. The other thing I wanted to point out is, so we have our windshield here, but we also have a nice stainless steel latch that we put on our SPXs. It's not a little snap or anything like that. It's actually a stainless steel latch that catches the windshield and keeps it from slamming against the other side of the windshield. So here we are in the bow of the SPX 210 Outboard, and one of the things I wanted to point out is this doesn't have the upgraded upholstery in it. The way I can tell that is this doesn't extend and you don't have an upholstered panel here, but you do have the upgraded audio, and it doesn't have the stainless steel package, which you can see by the grab handles. But the other thing I wanted to show is look at the storage that you have on both sides of this boat. So it's really nice for a 21-foot boat. Now, if we take this, new for model year 21, we have created a bow filler cushion option. So we slap that down into place, grab our filler cushion, and we fill that in. So now you've got a nice sun pad in the back and in the front. So let's make our way to the transom of this boat and close out this walkthrough. So that concludes our SPX 210 Outboard walkthrough. So let's talk a little bit about what else is new for model year 21. On the SPXs, we have 2 packages, the Elite and the Elite Plus. So what's in the Elite package and what is the Elite package? The Elite package is a package that we designed for boats that we know go out of our plant somewhere around 75% of the time. So what we want to do is make it simple for you to order your boat. What's included in that package is a bimini top, a depth finder, sea deck on the swim platform, an LED lighting package, you have a stainless steel upgrade, and you have the upgraded upholstery. Then we have the Elite Plus package. The Elite Plus package includes everything that's in the Elite package, plus adds a few other features. So you get the premier audio, your bow filler cushions, and a tower with a bimini, and a 9-inch Simrad. So really great packages for you when you're ordering your boat or when you're looking at your Sea Ray. Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.